Celebrity Status is probably my favorite video that we've shot. I think it's cool because we're actually in it, so that's good. And by we're in it, I mean like me and Mike and Ian.
What did he say?
Pomegranate!
Pomegranate!
It opens with the pomegranate joke. A lot of people have asked us about the pomegranate thing. Did Matt explain the pomegranate joke?
Whenever there's a punchline in this band, it's always just pomegranate. The end of every joke, pomegranate.
Basically, we were staying in a hotel and none of us could sleep because a drunk guy next door was telling some story that was muffled through the wall and we couldn't understand what it was, but all we heard was that the punchline was pomegranate, and then and then he told the story like 4 or 5 times to slightly less rave reviews every time, and Matt was so angry about it. So we just wanted any joke that would like where you just heard the tail end of the joke, and so we thought it'd be funny just for us if it was pomegranate. Did Matt tell you guys that they airbrushed on the muscles? Was that part clear? They airbrushed tone on him.
Okay, the modeling, yeah, it was very emotionally traumatizing. Everybody's like, oh, that was Matt's idea. That was not my idea at all.
That's awesome. I wish I had an airbrusher just following me around every day so I could just pop my shit off whenever I felt like I'd be like, Adonis!
Josh has trouble sleeping at night, so this video really is about Josh up at night like he would be with insomnia, just trying to flip through channels.
The director and I came up with all these ideas of different TV shows that we wanted to parody, and like, oh, this will be funny, and maybe that will be funny. And then we're like, you know, when it gets to closer to the day, we'll cut the stuff that isn't as funny, so that, you know, we can just focus on like 5 or 6 really good ones to do.
Initially we were just like, oh yeah, we'll just do like 3 or 4 of them, you know, because that's probably all we can afford to do, and then the list got like to be just ridiculous, and we were like, let's just do them all. And it turned like into this huge project.
The pieing sucked. I couldn't see for the rest of the day.
I felt really bad about pieing Ian in the face in this video. He didn't deserve that at all.
Matt's actually tired of getting facials, so he thought he would hand one off to somebody else.
It's the only video on this album where Josh isn't being kind of like a stalker with some woman. I think like every video so far he's either following some woman or lusting after some woman or being like a vampire around the tree with some woman or getting into a fist fight over a woman. And this is a video that very much is not about that.
I like the CSI scene because Josh just like, he's the perfect like comedy version of Horatio, and then when he puts the glasses on, it's just like, it's f***ing badass.
But I realized that as long as you put on sunglasses after you say it, and you say it in the Caruso voice, you can say anything and it seems to make sense. It started out with stuff that like did make sense, like, it's like Christmas came early this year. But then I started getting stuff like, snorkel fin bog water. And as long as you put on those glasses after, it f***ing works.
What we should really talk about is how good I looked in those tights.
Ian's thrusting in the video is pretty horrifying.
That was just taken from his personal home video collection. His home video collection is just him working out and a bunch of Thai ladyboys, which he calls he-she's or he-shs.
Ian is the most flexible guy in the band, and there's nobody that can do a pelvic thrust like him. There's also nobody else that could have fit into those zebra pants.
Check it out! Check that out! This 90210 scene thing is pretty genius, if you ask me.
Did anybody look happier in that 90210 sequence than Ian, who's just like, I knew I'd be in a TV show.
3 guys are holding me up in the air. I'm so excited that I have to pump both arms. Not even like the single pump, like the double pump. Look what's going on.
You know, I just noticed us on the white backdrop, like changing like from dark to light, looks a lot like the single ladies, all the single ladies. Except that video is better, and it's a better song.